In social media, there is like an ongoing trend wherein people want to pretend they are somehow these elite automotive enthusiasts because of what gearbox they use. Manual gearbox users are somehow to be considered elite. Manual gearboxes are a financial decision. That's basically it. No one is complaining about the Porsche PDK gearbox. No one is complaining about design of gearboxes in the BMWs. So people who can't afford these good automatics, they then go about justifying their purchase of manual. How can I say that I'm a manual user? I have two manual cars and two motorcycles, both are manual. So, and I use them in very different settings. One in Kerala and one in Bangalore, and these are identical workers. Identical in every term, including color. So when I come to Kerala, every time I come to Kerala, I'm doing a trip of around 200 to 300 kilometers. This has been going on for last 2 to 3 years. Every time I'm in Kerala, I'm doing that kind of a journey. And when I get back to Bangalore, if I have to do 5 kilometers of car driving to the nearest D Mart, I'll already be plucking my hairs out because it is so frustrating to drive in a place like that. The traffic is so slow. You're basically going to be in first to third gear. You will never see the fifth gear. If you're lucky, you see the fourth gear. That is how it is in Bangalore. And these so-called elite manual gearbox fans want everyone to use a manual gearbox, or else they will somehow not belong to the enthusiast class. Yeah, no. Automatics make a lot of sense in places like Bangalore. And as someone who has driven in all the tier one metros of the country, except for Kolkata, I can say with some clarity that you don't need or you cannot enjoy a manual gearbox in any of those cities. You will be stuck in traffic, you're barely moving. There is no fun to be had in that. Let me tell you why this argument started, like why people started to pretend like manuals are better. There is a class of manual gearbox workers which are very hard to launch in the sense that they have so much torque and so much engine power that launching them is an art. Not everyone can do it. And there are a lot of workers like that in the world. Some are tuned, some are not tuned, but they have a lot of power within them. So most of the time, if you launch these workers wrong, chances are you destroy your driveline or you destroy your clutch or pressure plate or something is completely gone by the time you launch it. Or you do money shift and it is completely shattered. So people want to be part of that club, the club of people who are really skilled to launch a very torquey, very powerful manual gearbox. So the people want to join these guys, but what they have is sub 100 bhp hatchbacks. With this sub 100 bhp hatchback, they want to join this elite class of really great manual drivers. They want to be part of that club. They want to join that club in one way or another, and that's the whole reason this manual is better thing goes on. The manuals that are available in the market, especially in India, it's all easy to live with. What is the worst thing you can do? You can dump the clutch multiple times. You can do a lot of shit in most of the manual gearboxes in India. Nothing will happen. These workers don't even have enough torque or power to actually cause any kind of massive disruption to the gearbox or the clutch. And these things are designed to work with minimum capability. Like not you don't have to be very skilled to launch Maruti Suzuki Swift. You can do it. Nothing will happen. Your clutch will be fine. It will still run to at least 35-40,000 kilometers. Even if you rough use the gearbox, the clutch, gearbox, everything is going to last. If you see workers like Porsche PDK or BMW ZF gearboxes, in terms of performance, no one is complaining. People who own these kind of luxury workers with good gearboxes, no one is complaining. The complaining always comes from people who compromised and did not go with AMT or CVT, which I understand. Those are not good gearboxes. In the sense, they are not good for enthusiasts. For common people, it is perfectly good gearbox, and I love the CVT for like an everyday drive. It's fine. But if you want to drive enthusiastically, those are not the gearboxes to go with. But this does not mean in any ways that you made this ultimate sacrifice by compromising on a really good automatic gearbox and bought a manual. No, it just means that you did not have a choice. If you want to buy a Baleno, your only choice is AMT. If you want to buy a Nexon, your only choice is again, I think, AMT only. You have good gearboxes in workers like XUV700. So if you go there and then make a decision like, okay, I'll not buy it, not because it is another 2 lakh extra, but I'll not buy it because I don't want automatic, I want manual, then it makes sense. It should be a valid compromise that you're making. If you're making a compromise between AMT and CVT and then saying like, oh, it's because of my manual love, no. That is a fake argument. Choice of manual was a financial decision. People just want to, romanticize it. Once and for all, manual gearboxes are a financial decision and not a performance decision.